as a user, since it is difficult to categorize these many from these many storage services, right? So AWS categorized these storage services into three types. Actually, the storage services has categorized into three types based on these. They are so this based on the type of storage, AWS categorized these storage types into three types: object-based storage, block-based storage, and file-based storage. So let's see one by one about them. What is this object storage, sir? Here, how do we store our data? Data is stored in the form of objects. Data in this object-based storage, data is stored in the form of objects, right? Yeah. So in this object-based storage, data is stored in the form of object. Each object does not conform to have certain hierarchy, and they will be they will be stored in flat address. These objects are stored in flat address, and these objects can be identified by using unique key, or else you can say these objects can be referenced by using unique key. And these objects even can be identified by using metadata. So each and every object can have certain metadata we can able to identify based on associated metadata. So in this way, the object storage will be. I'll tell you more detail about this object storage whenever we reach to explaining about service. Coming to example for this object storage in AWS is S3, where in this object storage, if you want to change 1 MB of data from 1 GB of data, then you just change only 1 MB only. Whereas if you see in the block storage, you need to change whole 1 GB of data to modify 1 MB of data, right? Yeah. So I'll tell more detail when we when we are discussing about S3 storage type. So let's move on with this block based storage. Here, how data is stored, sir? Data is stored in the form of chunks. We can even say this as block. So data is stored in the form of block, right? Yeah. So now, how do we measure? How do we measure that block storage, sir? We measure that block storage as volumes. How do we measure our block storage? Volumes. Okay. The what is the service that we use for this block storage, sir? We use in AWS, there is a service that we use for block storage. The name is EBS. Full form is Elastic Block Store, right? Yeah. Volumes, these volumes, these volumes are used for your server storage. These volumes are used for your server storage, or else you can say we call servers as instances, right? And we create virtual servers by using EC2 instance, right? So we call this server as EC2 instance as well. So here in AWS, you can use this volumes for as a storage for your instance or servers. This can be used as a root volume. That is, in order to store your operating system data, you use this volume. Why? This volume provides you very low latency. That means you're gonna get your volume very fastly and you can use it in the way you want. So coming to this, it is same as this volume is similar to DAS storage on your on-premises. It is similar to DAS storage on your on-premises. So what is meant by DAS, sir? DAS stands for data attached storage. So what is the example that we have? What is the example service that is similar to this block storage that we have in AWS? EBS. So there we're gonna discuss more about it. Here, if you use the block storage, it does not provide you an unlimited storage by default. You need to choose how much amount of storage you want for this EBS storage, right? Yes. You need to select how much amount of storage you want for initially only. Then you can pay for that much amount of storage. Even you don't use that storage also you need to pay. Whereas coming to other storages, that is object and file based storages in AWS, they provide us unlimited storage. We only pay for what we store. We only pay for what we store. That is a major difference here. You can see other major difference, that is it is a object based storage and it is a block based storage and it is a file based storage, right? Yes. So let's say about file based storage. So here your data is stored in the form of file. Here your data is stored in a file. Where your data is stored? In a file within a series of directories. Your data is stored as a different file. Your data is stored as a different file. So here your data is stored as a different file. In the file storage, how your data is stored? Your data is stored as a different file within a series of directories. Okay. Forming, and it will clearly form you a data structure hierarchy. Same like your files managing hierarchy in your PC or laptop. The data is then stored at the top of your file system. Data is then stored at the top of the file system. Data is stored then at the top of the file system and provide shared access. This elastic file storage allows you for shared access, whereas multiple users can access your data at a time. This file storage allows you shared access. So multiple users can access the data. So once you upload a file, then that will reach us to the top, and who are accessing this file storage, those all can able to use the file that you uploaded. That is, you can share the same storage for multiple instances. If you talk about AWS services, then you can able to share the storage for multiple EC2 instances or multiple servers. At a time, you can able to share the same storage to multiple servers. If you put one file from one server, you can able to see that file from another server where both the servers are connected by using same file storage. So if you want an example, then you can see EFS as well as FSX. These are the file storages which are present in AWS, where these are similar to your file storage. These are comes under your file storage. Then what is the on-premises storage which is similar to file storage, sir? That is NAS, network attached storage. Network attached storage. So we go on in depth about the file storages, that is EFS and FSX storages, and EBS storage, that is AWS block storage, and S3 storage, that is AWS object storage in detail in the future videos. So I hope you understood why different types of storage services are maintained by AWS, because they interested to develop these many storage types and provide services for the users and fulfill the needs. So in the next video, let us see more about the storage services. So I hope you understood video. I hope you understood this video. If you feel this video is contentful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye guys.